7 days. It goes down in 7 days. Guys, we could have 3/5 of the nation be constitutional carry because the Republicans, apparently in North Carolina, found their balls in someone's purse and they're going after a veto override for constitutional carry in that state. It is going to be a fight. It is going to be this close, down to the wire. And we're here for it. So if you guys are willing to support that, everything's going to be linked in the description box below. Make sure you pay attention to this one because this is a national implication fight right here. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on because we are about that freedom and we are overcoming the YouTube censorship algorithm. And I appreciate each and every one of you who are doing just that to help the growth. All right. Per usual, get over there on X at Braden LOA, and this content is made possible by Aura. I'm going to say a quick word to them, and then we are going to jump into this high energy. Let's freaking go. Today, I want to talk to you through our sponsor, Aura. Now, this is an identity theft solution, and I want to tell you an example that happened to me personally and my wife. Now, she bought gas like every one of us does on a daily basis and used her credit card. That number was skimmed and stolen, and we would not have known that some criminal shyster on the internet was using our individual number and money to buy incremental purchases at random places across the United States very subtly and sneakily. And that's where Aura comes in. There's a link in the description box below to get your free 2-week trial, but let me show you some of the benefits they're offering. They offer data broker opt-out. It will help remove your personal information from data brokers, and Aura will make sure that they cannot sell your information to identity thieves. It's got identity theft protection and monitors your credit file and your social security number. There's financial fraud protection. You can get alerted in minutes when your credit file has been compromised. I'm not leaving my family and those that I love vulnerable to these types of thieves, so neither do you. Go to aura.com/Langley. There's a link in the description box below and start your free 2-week trial to get in front of these shysters, and that's enough time to figure out if there's something going on with your profile. Link right in the description. All right, so let's dive into this, people. We have got to talk about something that I teased last night in my live stream because now I've got the details. This is everything that you need to know. And special announcement to anyone in North Carolina who is involved in these fights, North Carolina grassroots, 2A, anything. DM me at Braden LOA. It's fully open. Get in there. I need to hear from you guys because we have all sorts of creative elements. We have all sorts of reach that we can give you because this is an all hands on deck approach. Our creative elements that we have built in the second press is meant for this fight. DM me. We'll get you whatever you need. This is important. All right. Let's get into this. So I told you last night, Senator Berger press confirms North Carolina Senate will seek to override Governor Josh Stein's veto of constitutional carry. It's crucial North Carolina 2A activists call their senator and representative to override Stein, who is the governor. If passed, it's still going to be a tough fight in the House to pass SB 50. Here's the thing. I've got the numbers for you. I've got everything linked. It's going to come down to one vote. This is right down to the wire. Let's get into this. As you can see, Senate plans to override it. They've made the decision to do it. Again, the Senate has made the decision to do it in North Carolina. The House is going to be the issue. Okay, so let me get into what they've announced today. And I'm going to show you where we've been and what's required. Okay, this is all the data you need to know. As I mentioned, Senate decides that they're going to do it. This was 19 hours ago. Tuesday, July 29th. To take up all 7 of the vetoes Governor Josh Stein has returned to the Senate, as well as any successful overrides from the House. They are going to reconvene on Tuesday, July 29th. That is 7 days from now. If you live in North Carolina, if you are a supporter of the Second Amendment nationally, this is the time. You got 7 days. That's when these votes are going to pop. DM me. All right. By vetoing these common sense bills, Governor Stein confirms that he is out of touch with the people of North Carolina. Senate Leader Phil Berger, Republican Rockingham, said, he tolerates criminal illegal aliens roaming our streets, divisive DEI concepts in our schools, and government infringement on our Second Amendment rights. I look forward to leading Senate Republicans and overriding these harmful vetoes and putting North Carolina families first. And this is the political implications of this piece here. These are the 7 bills they're going to go after. Let me just read you the 6 other ones other than the Second Amendment. North Carolina Border Protection Act, eliminating DEI, charter school changes, Power Bill Reduction Act finances, Personal Privacy Protection Act, and eliminating DEI in public higher ed. Those are all very contentious topics. That's what's being brought in with the freedom to carry in North Carolina. So constitutional carry overrides are going to be negotiated on those 7 points. Those are pretty good points to be tied into because those are all those are all pro on the freedom side of override attempts. That's that's pretty good. All right. All right, so now here's the backstory of what you need to know happened in June. Okay? Sorry for the interruption there. It did something weird. Stein vetoes the bill to allow concealed carry without a permit. Okay, again, this is the backstory. Democratic Governor Josh Stein vetoed a bill Friday that would allow North Carolinians over the age of 18 to carry guns without a concealed carry permit. The measure was co-sponsored by the Senate's Republican leader. Quote, this bill makes North Carolinians less safe and undermines responsible gun ownership, Stein said in a statement. Again, they're legal adults. Why is it irresponsible for legal adults to have their rights? Is it irresponsible for them to join the military? No. Stop being an idiot. Let's continue. Senate Bill 50 would repeal the training rules and background checks currently required to get a concealed carry permit and lower the age for carrying a concealed pistol from 21 to 18. Those 3 years. Nothing magical happens in those 3 years. They're adults the whole time. Authorizing teenagers to carry a concealed weapon with no training whatsoever is dangerous, Stein said. The bill would also make the job of law enforcement officers more difficult and less safe. We can and should protect the right to bear arms without recklessly endangering law enforcement officers and our people. And that right there, that little last sentence, is that southern Democrat who we still have guns in our culture. We still have the Second Amendment. We still have that element of rebellion and freedom, but they still have to kind of kowtow to it while still applying the Democrat talking points on gun control. They can't go full on Massachusetts gun control, but they can still go, we can still have our Second Amendment rights that are so precious and so dear as long as we, apply some safety to it. Like that's the angle. They soften the language in the areas that they're in. But authorizing teenagers to carry a concealed weapon. Isn't it funny how now all of a sudden 18 are teenagers and they're not children as they use in their national propaganda efforts? That whole talking point of more children are killed with guns than they are with cars. That included 18-year-olds. But now all of a sudden teenagers are, who are adults are now teenagers again. Guys, it's all misdirection and it's so disingenuous. Let's continue. Here's the standards. Currently, the permit process requires applicants to pass a background check by their local sheriff, pay an $80 fee, and pass tests proving they can shoot relatively accurately and understand the relevant laws on gun possession and self-defense. Here's why this is a pain in the butt for me. You have to pay $80 to exhibit and practice your rights, which are yours. You're paying the government an $80 fee, which is a chilling effect on people's rights. What if you don't have $80, but you have an abusive ex? It's just reality. Then the other one, you got to have some tests proving you can shoot relatively accurately. So now there's tests behind your rights. That's funny. On voting, are there tests that you have to be able to spell or be able to identify the candidates, not just one letter? No, that'd be unconstitutional. But this is perfectly fine. Law-abiding North Carolinians shouldn't have to jump through the hoops to effectively exercise their Second Amendment rights, Senate Leader Phil Berger said in a statement Friday. He co-sponsored the bill, and they're going to pursue a veto override. We know that. That's cool. It's past time for us to join the majority of states that recognize constitutional carry. Yeah, this will be 30 out of 50. This is number 30. Boom. 3/5. Let's go. Here's the actual uphill battle they have. I mentioned it was a struggle. Republicans might face an uphill battle to override Stein's veto. The GOP usually needs all of its members to vote in unison to override gubernatorial vetoes, which didn't happen the first time the bill went through the legislature. This is why, if you're in North Carolina, you need to be involved in this. The House passed the bill 61 to 46 on June 11th. It requires 72 votes in the 120-member chamber to override a governor's veto if all representatives are present. There are 71 House Republicans. 2 House Republicans voted against the measure. Representative William Brinson from Braden and Representative Ted Davis from Hanover, and 10 Republicans missed the vote. We're going to need y'all to freaking show up. In the Senate, 4 Republicans missed the vote. The chamber passed the bill 26 to 18 in March. It requires 30 votes in the 50-member chamber to override a governor's veto if all senators are present. There are 30 Republicans in the Senate. No Republicans voted against the bill. So they've got to run the perfect number in the Senate, 30 for 30. Everyone has to weirdly show up for votes. So they got to do 30, get that override in the Senate, then it's got to go to the House where they need 72 votes. They have 71 Republicans. So they will have to not only get every single Republican in line, they will also have to pick off one of the Democrats. That's why they say it's going to be a challenge, because it's literally razor thin. That is a huge piece to this. And of course, you can always see the bill if you want. It's right there. I've got it all linked in the description. There you can see on 620, it was vetoed, and then it goes back for the veto override. We're going to see where this goes. Again, if you are in North Carolina, you need to DM me at Braden LOA. Actually, I'll put it up again. At Braden LOA. DM me. We will get you whatever assets we can get you, whatever media stuff that'll help with your Facebook profiles, your X accounts, whatever we can get you, we will get you. That's the whole point of the program. So reach out. Let me know what you guys think. Send this one out so we can raise some awareness, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.